And Melanine and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadirthin, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, but welcome back to our rise as the Empire of Praesidius. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. As we continue to expand from the centre of the human heartland and from our great capital of Praesidius. Now, I come first of all with an apology. I had actually recorded an episode entirely before this episode, so I am 30 minutes later into the game than you will all have seen thus far. But the last episode I felt was a poor reflection of my abilities as a narrator. And I thought it was atrocious, basically. I was quite irritated from the day's work. And it came through in the video. And then things happened in the video that I didn't deal very well with. And I think it was basically just 30 minutes of me ranting like a child. And so upon reflection, I realised this isn't good enough. And I deleted it before it went live. I actually recorded it over a week ago, so I apologise. It would have gone up last week. So, as you can see from what has happened, there are some things that have happened in the game that I was not aware of. Number one, the Beastmen don't actually need to hold on to any towns, and indeed they can run around your nation destroying all of your towns, which they did in both Ravenna and Dunier, and all the way over here in Castamus. Then the second event that annoyed me even more than that, as you can probably tell immediately, is Castamus was lost to me for 2 turns before my army arrived at the border, and these people had already taken it from me. Middenland had crossed the river, and they've taken Castamus. So now I've lost one of the only provinces I had, which is bloody brilliant. Elsewhere, though, I mean, I managed to at least recruit my army. You can see Balthasar Gelt's army is still standing very strong.
I am Prince and Emperor.
And Emperor Karl Franz has recouped at least some units. I've given him quite a lot of Reichsguard. And we're just pushing in on the goblins. And in doing so, the goblins have burrowed under their stupid tunnel network, and they're going to take Ravenna. So they're like a plague. They're never going to die away, which grates on me so much. I had a little epiphany whilst I was, I believe I'm at an N10, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, I believe. We're just walking to Carrick-Nord now, basically. I'm trying to catch their army while it's over there and take that and come out of the mountains finally. Oh, I forgot to mention Karak Asgaraz was also sacked and destroyed by the Beastmen. Now, if I knew that the Beastmen had the ability to capture a town, completely level it so that it is basically useless to you, and then move on without any repercussions, I never would have kept my army in the mountains. The goblins are a threat we can actually eradicate. The Beastmen apparently are just always going to be a threat. And the next time I ever see them anywhere, I'm of course going to have to mobilise. They buggered off into France and hopefully the French managed to deal with them. But who knows. But the biggest thing that annoyed me was Castamus. The fall of that to Middenland really got on my nerves. So here we are. Anyway, I'll end the 10. What was I saying before I said I'll end the 10? Yes, the epiphany that I had while this game was loading up. Now we're going to lose momentum. That was expected. Is very much that I've realised that with this game, I absolutely love the battles. I think the battles are incredible. And I absolutely hate the campaign map. What should we do? Oh, we're alright with money. Kill them all. I don't hate the campaign map side of it, but I find it more irritating than it has been in previous games. It seems like they've given the AI as many ways to survive normal execution or destruction as possible. So in the older games, the AI, if you started beating them militarily, they had no options. And what they appear to have done, which only benefits the AI, because a human player, I would wager, if a human player begins to start losing the campaign, surely we all just quit and we start again. And we think, oh, well, I'm not just going to wait to die. I'll just quit and play a new game. So these are all for the AI. These are all ways to make the AI the most annoying AI the game has ever created.
I go where the winds howl. This action does not have my consent.
Oh, why can't you walk as far? You're so useless to me. So... Oh, Zog was killed in battle. A follower has been gained. The Wissenland is in rebellion. We've got a tradesman now, though, and another bailiff. We're getting agents all over the place, or whatever they are. So, in order to make the AI more... I don't know if it's about difficulty or if it's... I don't know what it is. But basically, the AI has the ability to survive no matter what you do to try and stop that. They can just keep going. They can just keep on living. And it gets to a point where it's just bloody annoying. And there's almost nothing you can do. Like this one, for example, the goblins. I'm taking their heartlands. What I believe anyway, because their nation only has 2 provinces. I'm taking their last few regions. I realise as well that at the moment I am moaning, but I'm moaning this time after having thought and pondered the subject, and I'd be eager to hear your thoughts upon said subject. Balthazar Gelt can gain 2 more points, courtesy of the mod that now adds 2 points per level rather than 1, because why not? Honest Steel, next level. Melee attack +8 for Spearman, Swordman, Free Company. Oh, that's good. And melee defense, yeah. Pistol Corps. All infantry get that. Speed for the Bessaliers. Oh, Rally. It's an actual ability. +16 leadership, and that's quite good, isn't it? Well, what can we do with these other things? Make him slightly better. Go on then, what the hell. Let's make him a renowned scholar. It only benefits us. Who's next? Viscount Lord Nelson. Well done, sir. Keeping us going. Sigmar's Ward, give him missile resistance. Missile, that's not how you say that word. Missile resistance. Oh, we could make him much better. Yeah, go on. Let's just make him a proper warrior in all senses of the word. Why was it warning me about... I know the Wissenland is really unhappy with me. I'm aware. I mean, our Menelaus is just going to have to hold out. We're probably going to lose Andunier, but that's alright.
The Empire. Yes,
the Empire.
To unite the provinces.
So, I've taken the core lands of the goblins, and rather than, like any nation in any other game, rather than them just fight a desperate last stand and hold, they instead have the ability to just burrow underground where only certain nations can go, run away to a town that's undefended, and take it from you. So that you're forever chasing them around the map. Nations like the Beastmen, for example, I mean, horde nations are incredibly rare in the older games, and... Whilst the Horde Nation obviously can survive without a castle, there are limitations on that. As soon as they choose a town, they then just become a normal nation, certainly speaking in Medieval 2. So, in Medieval 2, let's say the Golden Horde attack, the first town that they take, they can choose to take it if they wish. Oh, Electric Greed. While the Emperor's armies march forth, our nobles barter with each other, claiming great swaths of land for themselves. Should the common man, the brave soldier, not have a farmstead on which to retire? Oh. Oh, well, we'll take that for the moment. We're not fighting any humans, and we won't be fighting humans for a long time. And it only lasts for a while anyway, doesn't it? It's 3 turns. Yeah, I'll take that for 3 turns. Balthazar Gelt's army has successfully been hindered, and we've got raiders.
Ulrich's will. Men, I will fight with you.
Why can't you go? Why can't you go and attack it? It's literally just there.
On march.
Bloody annoying that is. Oh, well, we'll have to wait another turn. Hopefully they can't train too much in that one turn, and then we'll see what they do. But so, for example, with the Golden Horde, as soon as the Golden Horde have taken a town, they become a normal faction. When they then lose that town, they do become Horde again. But if you then kill off that last Horde army, they are then actually defeated. We're going to have to get closer ties with our western side so that we only have to worry about the east. We're not doing very well, as you can see. And these raiders, obviously, these rebels will only get a larger army as time goes on, and then they will attack and take one of our towns. Oh, hello. No, we've been assisted. Camberbad have killed the rebels for us. Human allies. Thank you very much. Well, that's very nice, isn't it? Oh, it's Kemperbad, and I've pronounced that as a B, and it clearly isn't. I'm terribly sorry. So anyway, I've just in the last episode, all of what I've just said to you after a week of thought. Oh, Viscount Lord Nelson has been wounded. Oh, we've got a technology research. Excellent. Well done. We don't have too many more. We can't, so we can just keep maxing out our recruitment, I suppose. Perfect. Right, now we can actually fight this battle.
The Empire. I am the Supreme Patriarch.
And then you're going to have to just continue the siege for now. Because for some reason our reinforcements are not being included. The agents as well really get on my nerves in this version, in this game. They just seem to be able to do whatever they want, just like non-stop. No repercussions. At the minute, the balance of the garrison is such that it is almost entirely in their favour, even though We have superior troops. Right, we're going to continue the siege. Jesus, 17 turns.
No peace.
We're just going to sit here and challenge them. Come at us, bro.
Ulrich's will.
We've got to wait for Lord Nelson to come back though, because he's been bloody wounded. And I can't do anything with him unless I had an agent of my own. Oh, and the army is coming, and they will of course be here in time, and we probably will lose a grand battle.
Ready.
Oh. If he is encamped, does that mean he does not support Balthazar's army? That is the question, isn't it? Because if I set him to encamp, I can train some troops and they'll be here in time. We're going to go for it.
I see no other option.
I see no other option either, Karl Franz. Because you can train if we get you to... Oh, flagellants. Everything's on 2 turns, but that's alright. You got plenty of crossbows. We need more of these, really. Oh, no, because we've got the halberdiers, haven't we? There we are. 2 turns, you'll have 3 more. That'd be brilliant. Alright, now, am I going to rue this decision? It's going to be disastrous for us. Well, I'm very pleased that those people mopped up those rebels for us in our Menelaus and Andunier. That's very helpful. I don't know what their nation's called. We'll try and catch it as it passes. I did suggest I was going to cut out the load times, but then they're only like 30 odd seconds, and I just thought it's not really worth it. But then, and at this stage of the game, oh, Stierland, thank you, Stierland. At this stage of the game, if you can fight a battle, then obviously that is predominantly the entire episode. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying Warhammer 2. I am still enjoying it, otherwise I would just discard it, as those people who have been on my channel now since I started it will know that if I continue with a campaign I dislike, I just stop it. I just quit. I don't bother forcing myself to play if I don't like it. Oh. If we punish them, our leadership goes up by 6. And if we don't punish them, then we get an extra income from sacking. So some of those events... Oh, look, they're going to take Grimhold from us, aren't they? Oh, and it takes a turn to demolish. That's annoying. Oh, I'm not bothered about imminent rebellion in the Southern Grey Mountains because I have to pay 1,000 gold to get Karak Asgaraz back into our hands anyway. Oh, and we've upgraded. Now that's what I want. I don't have the money to do it at the moment, but that is what we want. Get a guardhouse in here. Praesidius is now the finest it can be, which means we get a substantial garrison there if anyone rocks up. The garrisons do seem a bit, dare I say, over the top. In Medieval 2, again, reverting to the... Obviously, Medieval 2 I know very well, inside out. I know how the game works, I know everything about it. And in Medieval 2, if a town had a garrison of that size, because the AI can't actually factor a garrison of that size into its calculations, it creates such skewed battle results and problems. So the garrisons are always they're present with certain scripts. It's not in the base game, but certainly in mods. So they're in certain scripts, but otherwise the garrisons aren't a thing. And then in this one, so in Medieval 2, if you come across an undefended town, excellent. That town is yours. Doesn't matter how big it is. But then in this one, it's almost the complete opposite. And a town like Praesidius would need a really elite army to take it. Or, of course, I suppose they reflect that in the fact that a garrison army cannot rise up. So if someone besieges Praesidius, I can't get the garrison army out to attack. I mean, if I can, and do tell me, if that actually is a thing, then that's ridiculous. But under my understanding, I can't do that, which is their way of covering that fact. Ah, oh, Karl Franz does get involved, even though he is the one doing the encamping.
By the comet.
Ah, perfect. I'd be tempted very much to get Karl Franz to be the person attacking and get Balthazar to then go into that.
Yes.
Because he's trained his troops now. Now we want to build that garrison first, get that up and running. Does it have any other bonuses? Oh, 10% less enemy hero chance. Doesn't even improve public order. Also, I was having quite the rant, I must confess, about chaos. Because the Beastmen took these towns and now they're tainted with chaos, which is brilliant. They walked past these towns, which is why they're now tainted with chaos. And it seemed to me at the time that there was no way to reduce that chaos. I mean, as the episode continued, that episode, I realised that actually chaos just goes down on its own unless there is an agent there spreading it. Certainly at this stage. Other actions may affect it, I don't know. And so that at least gave me some happiness in the mire of my thought at the time. In that at least I didn't have to worry too much about chaos, because as soon as the Beastmen buggered off, chaos would go with them, which as you can see it is doing. It's slowly going down. And other than that, I believe I have to train my own agents in order to see chaos go down. And these are just all things that you don't have to think about, that's the thing. I suppose what I should really have done is, obviously, this campaign, I was paid to do the first episode in this campaign, as I'm sure you're all aware. And I played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so before I started the campaign, in order to get a real feel for what it would be like. And I realise now that I didn't play for anywhere near long enough for that to actually have had any bearing on the campaign. I should have played through fully as a nation and then come at it. Because whilst it has been enjoyable learning all of these things with your comments going along as well. Now what I am going to do actually here though is take him off of that mode. Ah, you have to break the siege to join the siege again though, don't you? That's annoying. And then we'll be waiting another 10 years and they haven't lost any troops. And I don't want to try and fight it even though the balance of power is doing alright. Labour force cost. Oh, of course. But these things are just useless, aren't they? We have 8 more turns before they even start losing troops. And their army will be coming up behind us any day now. But if his army was... We're not going to go 8 turns, are we? Let's be honest. So, actually, let's do what we've just said we're going to do.
Summon the Elector Counts.
You are going to... Oh, when is Lord Nelson going to come back?
I shall be victorious.
Break off the siege. Karl Franz, you're going to take up the siege. Oh, it's way more in favour if we do it that way around.
To war.
You're going to take up siege.
Now,
Balthazar's going to move in a bit closer. And then he is going to encamp.
I will do this.
And train, well, any unit's better than no unit. And they're going to take 2 turns. Do we really want to waste it on a crappy unit of spearmen? No, I don't think so. We should probably go with some Reichsguard to join the Swan Knights, really. Got the Royal Marines in there, but... For now, I'm just happy to have you encamping and regrouping, because these buggers are going to be coming up any day now. And this place just has a massive garrison.
Men, war calls.
We need Lord Nelson back. It feels wrong marching to war without the support of our greatest and noble lord, Nelson. Oh no, he blocked our army even though we're standing still. What a terrible thing.
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Hello, Wood Elves. I accept. When faced with the many threats and enemies that humanity is faced with, when the undead crawl upon your eastern borders, and goblins and foul xeno-filth creep up from the south, then in those times we must turn to those that we can for support. Humans first, dwarves second, and if no else, then the elves will work as at least passable allies for a short time. But never shall I ally with the orcs or the undead. Nor, of course, chaos. Oh, he's returned to duty. Oh, no. No way. Did he just return to duty somewhere completely useless?
Just war.
How does one find one's heroes? Lords and heroes, there we are.
How should we proceed?
Oh, you moron. You're all the way over there. I don't want you to wound him. I want you to kill the bastard. Now is your time to shine, Nelson. Now is your time. Ah, Ravenna has gone to Steerland. I'll take that. I'd rather... I'm not as bothered about losing Ravenna, but losing bloody Castamus has ticked me right off. And who is this? Rorik Granite Hand. He's come with an awful lot of dwarven warriors. Am I friendly with you? Are you a rebel nation? Karak Ziflin. Oh, you're from up here. You've moved through Nelson Victoria without asking me first. Damn you. When we build the tap room, we can find it. What is the public order in Praesidius, actually? It's +5 at the moment. The tap room gives a +4, so we could destroy that. Get some money back. Because we're looking to build... I believe it's the monument. Oh, but it costs 16,000. So, it's going to take some time. Might as well go for it now, though. I'm waiting for the goblin to attack, because they will. They almost bloody certainly will. I'm happy to continue with the Warhammer campaign, despite it not being anywhere near as popular, of course, as my DAC campaigns. But I do like to break up the DAC campaigns. I don't want the channel to be 100% divide and conquer. I want there to be some change somewhere along the line. And this, of course, allows for that. And that's what I like. And equally with the Shogun campaign, which obviously the schedule's changed a little, but... so this video's gone up on a Friday, and Shogun will go up on the Sunday. But I think that's slightly better, because it means I can record on a Saturday if I miss a day in the week. Yep, I would like to join with all humans where possible. Steerland have come from north and east of us. They've come around Averland and taken Ravenna. That's madness. Oh, and the dwarves are bordering them. So the undead have been pushed right back. Other than the vampire counts who are closing in on the north of Steerland there. He blocked my army. Which means that if I took them off of encamp stance... Interesting that when he's in an army he can attack, but when he's in a normal... When he's on his own, he just becomes an agent. I find that interesting.
Get training!
You are going to be one turn behind the army that's coming. And unfortunately, their agent has successfully somehow managed to block our army. Who knows how he's done that? Oh, and he wouldn't even be able to reach them if we tried. Because I was thinking we could pull the army away and attack the reinforcements before they get to us, and then they'll easily die. But if we let them get to us, we're going to have a huge battle that we almost certainly will not win. But we'll damn well try, and even though the episode's closing in on 25, if they do attack us, which I expect, I will fight it. Oh, hello. Skarsnik has tried to go underneath us, and we've intercepted. Ah, but it's Karl Franz, and Skarsnik is level... As I learned from the last one, a level 18 general is going to do a lot of damage versus my level 5. But the balance of power is potentially really in our favour. I think we should go for it. Oh, you can scout terrain. What does that do? Does it just show you the battle map? Oh, that's cool. I mean, yes, Skarsnik is going to be really good. But Garsnag hopefully won't be as good. I don't know. Does it tell you what level he is? I assume he's reasonably good. Oh, yeah, he's almost as good as Karl Franz. And it's just then how much do these do? But, I mean, we've got all of these Reichsguard to absolutely mow down the goblin. I think we can do it. This is going to be the most cavalry-based army in battle I think I've ever fought. The Reichsguard will triumph. Can't help but feel the need to try and put on a terrible German accent whenever you say the name of most units for this nation. Can you believe how quickly that just loaded? That is mad. No. If you just scroll rapidly, it changes to the tactical map. That's cool. This is, I mean, again, props to them. The battle side of this game is incredibly good. Really well thought out. The game's way more responsive. It feels better. It's just enjoyable. But the campaign map side is just frustrating. An exercise in frustration, rather. Now, the question is here. I can't remember if I'm defending or attacking. In fact, I don't even know. I think we are attacking. So, we will slowly move our army down the middle. Heldenhammer will be proud of this day, man.
Crossbows ready, General! Swordsman!
Now, what I'm going to do
We are Sigmar's heirs!
is rush the bastards.
The sun will set against the red skies. Reichsguard Knights!
Oh, they call them Reichsguard. That's exactly what I've been saying, isn't it? Reichsguard! They look pretty good. Nice and heavy Or can we get the enemy to attack us? It's just that I know that, unfortunately, whilst their general might be amazing, these bastards are going to absolutely wilt under a charge of our cavalry. And so if we can get the cavalry in and just smash them, run away, smash them again, ad infinitum, then we might be able to win. But at the moment, my formation is utter garbage. So. Let's kind of more methodically walk up the middle. Crossbow's nice and wide.
Our weapons are yours. Heading out. Moving out, sir. For Heldenhammer.
Up we go.
Moving.
Get the cavalry on the side.
General.
We are attacking them, aren't we? Alright.
Attack. We obey. Sir.
Let's do it.
Yes, General.
In we go. We've lost a couple to fire from their siege. A few more have gone down.
Reichsguard Knights. Pursue the foe.
Oh, good lord. Very accurate on that siege warfare, aren't they?
The Empire endures. Reichsguard Knights. Prepare for combat. The Emperor will save us. To the Heldenhammer.
Utterly brutal. Well done, men. Now pull away.
Halberdiers. No lingering.
Now send in the ground forces.
At speed. We obey. For the Emperor. Sigmar guides us. At speed.
Run away.
Ready to serve.
We're going to use you further in a minute.
Taking position. To battle.
And the first thing we're going to get you to do is shut down that siege.
Reichsguard Knights.
Going to a bit slower. We're not into the lines that we need yet. But the enemy is right on our door here. So we change up. When you're involved over there. Crossbows are getting into position. Oh, you guys are miles away. Oh, and you're our Pharison's chosen. Oh, excellent. You guys over there. You guys, come on, move out.
For the Emperor! War! Ready! Reichsguard Knights!
Well done. Excellent charging. Well done, men. Oh, something's happened over there. We don't want to be going near that.
Orders! Reichsguard!
Plow through.
For Heldenhammer!
Give them something to think about.
Reichsguard Knights! Adjutants! Loaded, sir! Swordsmen! Understood!
I know the Lord's under attack.
Now we're taking position! Move go! Sir! For Heldenhammer!
Oh, is that him there? Oh no, there's a normal goblins. Where's Skarsnik gone?
Reichsguard Knights!
The goblins seem uncannily, or rather more annoyingly, able to keep up with our cavalry. I don't care that these cavalry are heavy. A horse is quicker than a bloody short, stunted leg goblin creature.
The Empire endures!
Oh no, there's the goblin big boss.
Serve the Emperor!
Get in there and support our Emperor.
Ready for war! Fight!
Reach their front line there.
For Heldenhammer!
They really don't like our cavalry, do they? And those night goblins are really quick. There we go, it should be shutting down there.
For France! Prepare for combat! For Heldenhammer!
Put those over there.
By Gaul Morass!
Get you guys involved. Karl Franz, have you got anything you can actually do nowadays? No.
Send this out! The Empire endures!
The cavalry just doesn't seem very quick.
Yes! Enforce, watch it! War!
Hopefully the charge of a couple of units of cavalry will decimate them.
Prepare for combat! I go,
There we are. You should be able to deal with whatever comes your way over there.
Halberdiers!
Right, we've got 2 units of you. Halberdiers here. You're trapping him. Now, with any luck, I believe the big boss should hopefully be dead. Oh, Karl Franz is taking a pounding, though. Oh, and good God, no. Skarsnik is barely even damaged.
Speed. Yes, sir! Quickly! Strike them down!
Ah, but Franz is out.
Crossbows ready, General! Ready for war! Seeking enemy! By Ulrich's wrath! Take the ground!
Get them out.
Moving fast!
You men over there, you're done and dusted.
Yes, my lord! For France!
Almost sounds like you said for France there, friends. Be careful of your words. Loose lips sink ships. Fire on that goblin bastard.
Crossbows ready, General! For Heldenhammer!
Just absolutely shatter him in fire.
Spearmen! Halberdiers! For the twin-tailed comet! Moving now!
Keep up the fire.
Endures!
Where are the flagellants? They're supposed to be pretty good, aren't they?
Moving out, sir!
Just any damage you can do on him, I will take.
By God, Maras! Reichsguard Knights!
Victory really is in our grasp. We this time have actually managed to do some damage.
I will
Franz.
not stand idle! Halberdiers! Ready for war!
If Franz can keep them busy, you guys can then turn on them. Ah, he's slowly losing health. He is losing health.
Halberdiers! At speed!
In fact, I think he might be running away.
By God, Maras! Attack!
In we go. Support your lord.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Ah, the Reichsguard are doing well.
Now!
The cavalry really has changed this battle for us, and he is starting to lose health. The constant fire of arrows and the large, bloated nature of the fat thing that plods along beside him is hopefully doing some real damage. Oh yeah, he's joined the fray though.
Moving now!
Franz, take that steed of yours and bugger off. No, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Attack! Reichsguard!
Ceasefire.
Stop! My subjects call!
Oh, you are morons. You're all morons. No, he can end it. Although he's a legendary, isn't he? So he doesn't even die if he dies. You have to kill the whole nation. But we crippled his army with minimal losses. And Franz has now actually got whet his appetite for battle. He's finally fought in and survived a battle. Because I imagine Karl Franz is like a normal melee lord, or melee, whatever they're called, noble, but on steroids. So I assume that if you can get him bumped up, he's like Viscount Lord Nelson, but 10 times better. If we can get him to that point, then people like Skarsnik no longer become a threat to us. Look at the stats of the Reichsguard, though. The Reichsguard, sorry. I'm going to take ages to get used to saying that right. Oh, I'm sorry. Death! Well, that is an absolutely phenomenal outcome. And finally, a slight turn in fortune. The enemy's army is crushed. They are beaten back. And fortunately, Stirland have taken their province out on the plains. Oh, and Karak Ziflin were only coming over to take back their town. Alright, what the hell. Have 100 gold. So we've lost Karak Asgaraz. We are, unfortunately, I don't like the way the system now works in that the province, rather than the individual regions, can be taken by other people. It just annoys me. Oh, he was killed. No, that was the big boss or someone, wasn't it? Garznag.
How should we proceed?
It's 850 gold coins, and all we're going to do has a 31% chance of wounding him. I'd rather just get you back into the army, to be honest. Well done,
No
France.
peace, just war.
Well done indeed.
Men, we must attack. Let's go.
Break off your siege, sir.
Let us begin. Yes, that will do. I shall
Continue
be
your siege.
victorious.
Take Nelson with you, actually. Oh, I can't.
I'll ignore that. Step to it. Moving off.
There we are. That gets you as close as we can get you.
Yes.
In camp.
Unite the provinces.
Take some more of something. Let's chuck another crossbow unit in there. And another sword unit, I think, actually. To go with Farazan's Chosen. Our province of Andunia is displeased with us. Oh, that gives us more money, so we definitely want that. Chuck that in, and that's all the money we can use. Victus can build stuff, though, I believe. Not sure. Oh, there you go. You can get the third tier of that if we can get it there. So we're not doing too badly.
Summon the Elector Counts.
And we do want to send Victus with... No, we don't. We want to keep him with him, because then it's a melee noble with a wizard lord. Because Balthazar is obviously very good at mass murder, but he's not particularly good at single murder. Ah, and Franz is finally boosted. Right, what do we want to do with you? Give you a better melee attack. Give you a better horse. But then we're going to chuck you on a Pegasus when you get to rank 9, so we're not too bothered about that at the moment. Give you more hit points, more armor. Let's do those two. Let's turn you into a bit of a tank for the moment. Perfect. They are bereft. No, that's not the word I mean. They are awash with agents. They have too many bloody agents. He failed again. Yes! Noise. I believe, though, that many of you have suggested there is a mod that turns agents into virtually nothing, which I would prefer. Much prefer. These agents are bloody irritating. How did the dwarves even lose against the goblins? This goblin nation managed to take Karak Azkaraz. Or do they start here? I don't even know. Do they start here? Or have they taken that originally from Karak Ziflin? Because I just can't imagine that the goblins would be able to best dwarves, really. I feel like the dwarves would always beat them.
What do you want?
You best not be moving up to me, friend. Are we actually friends?
It is time.
Oh, we have a military alliance and military access. Oh, brilliant. Oh, you can set war coordination targets. What does that do? Select a mutual enemy settlement or lord as a target for your allies. This will emphasize the target's strategic importance to your allies. Know to send forces to attack it if they can. Ah, that's cool. To be honest, I'd happily give the dwarves the Southern Grey Mountains. If we had a strong ally there, then we can bugger off and start dealing with the counts. No, what I want the war coordination target to be... Ah, yeah, there we are. Crooked Moon. Perfect. Karak Norn. Yeah, brilliant. If you can send troops up, I'm happy for you.
What?
The dwarf nation is quite far away from us. Oh, wow, the Greenskins. Much better than us. But we're much better than almost every dwarven nation, apparently. Crooked Moon. An absolute fly, apparently, on the face of our empire. But it doesn't feel that way. And Wood Elves we've barely had any contact with. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. So, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. Hopefully, as the campaign actually gets... We're 80 turns in, though, and I've got, what, 4 provinces? Jesus. I would hope that the episodes contain less ending of turns and just a couple of battles every now and then a bit more actual stuff to do. But as our nation is so small, money is so low to the ground, and we are getting, even now, pushed out from regions we once held by our own allies, it's turning into a bit of a troubling situation. Our real threat, of course, is over there. Von Karstein, and then to the north, the main Vampire Count faction in Talabheim, which we would happily go and attack. But for now, that's going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, Varna den Perimad Melunin, and farewell.